What's up, everybody? It's Solomon here with another XRP and Ripple video. As a reminder, this is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor, and this is for entertainment only. As the previous three videos are concerned, I will try to keep this one just as short and as sweet, hopefully. So I wanted to get into Nacha a little bit today, as well as EquensWorldline and the new Dutch instant payment schemes. So for anybody that's not aware, Nacha is a facilitator for the ACH system in the United States, also a Ripple partner. Just as a quick background on Nacha, ACH almost certainly touches your life. When you wake up on a Friday and see that your salary was automatically deposited to your bank account, that is ACH. When you pay a bill online and save the hassle of writing and mailing a check, or set your mortgage, car loan, and other recurring payments to automatically pay on the day of the month you choose, that's ACH. So ACH is gigantic. In 2018, ACH moved nearly 23 billion electronic payments, making ACH the network of one of the largest, safest, and most reliable payment systems in the world. We can see here in 2014, Ripple Labs joined the Nacha Alliance, and in particular, they joined the Payments Innovation Alliance, which is going to tie in with the EquensWorldline information that I'm going to share with you. So one thing I've realized is you get a lot of information looking back at old Ripple insights. A lot of people don't take a lot of stock in these, but they always seem to play out in a way where a few years down the road, they're a very good reference point. So May 20th, 2015, Ripple Insights included a post that states Nacha banks approve same-day settlement in the U.S. Obviously, we know that XRP can facilitate settlement instantly, 3 to 5 seconds if it's, peer-to-peer. If it's built in some sort of an integration system, it takes a minute or two, but move on. Now this is the actual Payments Innovation Alliance through Nacha, and this will tie in pretty quickly here. I know the Clearinghouse is a member. There's some very big players that are in this Payments Innovation Alliance, and I want to get into EquensWorldline here. This is some stuff that other people have found. I've found. This is from 2018, Nacha had a conference in Geneva for payments innovation, and this was the EquensWorldline presentation from that conference, as you can see. And I'll click on that right now. Faster payments reality in Europe and the future of cross-border payments. Let's type in Ripple because they're obviously in here. Multiple cross-border payment initiatives forcing banks to maintain access to various instant payment networks. Excuse me. They have in here fintech service offerings, incremental service renewals, Swift GPI, and then DLT disruptive alternatives, e.g. Ripple. What's interesting, though, to me was if you look back at a slide share that EquensWorldline shared in 2017, and this is actually a real slide share. I'll share the actual link with you guys online. They talk about eliminating central entities by creating new ones. Banks embrace Ripple and move beyond testing to real-world transactions. The biggest takeaway here, and I'm going to get into a little bit more of who the shareholders are in EquensWorldline and their relationship with Ripple, but this is in 2017. We can see that they joined Nacha in 2015. Ripple has such a huge heads up, and they're miles ahead of almost anybody else in the space based on, and I don't know what doors they were able to get into or how they got into these doors, but all of these institutions that Ripple has partnered with since 2014, 2015, 2016, these proof of concepts were going on years before now, obviously, and now we're just seeing CBDCs, really start to take precedence in 2019. They're so far ahead of everybody, it's ridiculous. So eliminating central entities, banks embrace Ripple and move beyond testing to real-world transactions. Goal, slash the time and cost of cross-border settlement. method ditched the traditional sluggish model of using local currency accounts with correspondent banks. Instead, money is converted into the native Ripple currency XRP. And it's awesome to see XRP directly in the center of all these different fiat currencies, which, a lot of stuff now is just hush hush, and it's all about blockchain and not about the digital assets. But again, that's rhetoric that's complete nonsense, and that will go away. Now, EquensWorldline, a little bit about them. Their main shareholders here, DZ Bank in Germany, Istituto Centrale delle Banche Popolari Italiane, that was probably butchered, but that institution is now just goes by Nexi, Nexi, ABN AMRO, ING Netherlands, and Rabobank. And 31.1% stake from DZ Bank, 20% stake, you can go down the line here. So let's do DZ Bank first. DZ Bank has ran testing through Ripple, through Rice Bank, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of DZ Bank. This is also on Ripple's website here. Rice Bank integrates Ripple to make payments faster and more cost effective. I think this was a while ago. I don't see a year on here, but all right. Second one is Istituto Centrale, butchered name here, Nexi. So now this I posted a while ago, and I didn't realize the tie-in with EquensWorldline, but Nexi issued a cleansing statement on October 9th, 2019, so very much more recent. International payments, e.g. Ripple. So let's click on that. And they talk a lot about disruption here. Open banking could lead the medium to long term to greater market opening and partial disintermediation or cannibalization of the traditional value chain of digital payments. For example, in the area of e-commerce payments, where there may be payment services that initiate a transfer or instant payment from the payer's account to the merchant's account. You can read this whole thing if you want to. I'm going to try to skip through it a little bit here. Fintech companies could use open banking or other technologies to develop alternative payment circuits based on payment rails other than cards. These companies and payment systems are currently experiencing significant volumes only in peer-to-peer money transfer transactions between individuals, which have insignificant economics. In the long term, though, the evolution of blockchain and distributed ledger technology could lead to the growth of new payment technologies also able to disintermediate part of the value chain of payment cards. So you can imagine payment cards, how huge of a market that is. For example, through the use of dedicated cryptocurrencies now essentially used for international payments. For example, Ripple. The third EquensWorldline major stakeholder here is ING from the Netherlands. And I touched a bit about this in my video yesterday, but IntelliChain, which apparently, and I think this was in 2017, the product manager at ING told delegates about a new banking app that ING was utilizing called IntelliChain, which is currently under development. And there's other documents here. Blockchain software IntelliChain launched, which has been enabled with the Ripple. So there's your tie-in with ING Group. Another thing here, and I get into this a little bit more on my actual Twitter post. The Minister of Finance for the Netherlands, I believe it was the Netherlands, basically facilitated a study on blockchain, and it's annexed to the Vision on Innovations in the Payment System, National Forum on the Payment System. And this goes into Ripple quite a bit here. It talks about some proposed solutions. The Ripple Network Protocol is an example of an innovation that could contribute to that change by enabling banks to use this infrastructure to facilitate real-time payments. And there's quite a bit. They even, they mention XRP in here a good amount as well. Some interesting things. And again, these first few videos that I'm doing are mainly going to be kind of wrap-ups of research that I've done in the past that I feel like weren't explained well enough, because Twitter is not the forum to be trying to explain things in depth. You're trying to get as much info as you can in a short character amount and make things as clear as possible. And that's extremely hard to do when there's so much information out there. So going on to my Twitter here, Dutch Payments Association. Now, what's interesting here is it's talking about their new instant payments platform, 5-second transaction time max, 24/7, 365 instant payments. Participating banks, I believe Rabobank, ING, we just saw, have at least experimented with Ripple. But then when you get down, this is the document that I just showed you right here. This was a National Forum on the Payment System by the Minister of Finance. XRP and Ripple. The Ripple Network Protocol is an example of, we went through that. Can facilitate real-time payments. What's really interesting here is the 2018 document shows the Dutch Payments Association infrastructure for instant payments is almost ready. Now, look at clearing and settlement mechanisms here. EquensWorldline, we've got the European Central Bank, we've got EBA clearing, we've got all the institutions over here. And it's very interesting to me that the major stakeholders, two of the major stakeholders in EquensWorldline, at least two, are either using Ripple or have used Ripple or mentioning it in quote-unquote cleansing documents. EquensWorldline themselves has not, I don't believe, come out as a Ripple partner yet. But, when they're talking about, even with the typo up here, I realize that is a typo, but it's a real document, eliminating the central entities and replacing them with XRP right in the center as a currency conversion. That's insane. And then I'm going to leave you, I think is there a door? This kind of gets into Dutch Bank taps EquensWorldline for instant payments. 7 of those Dutch banks, which are posted on this Twitter post also. Biggest processor of instant payments, which is EquensWorldline in the Eurozone, handling millions of instant payments, payment transactions per week. And then I'm going to leave you just with this quick video here, which is the actual the Dutch Payments Association, which is their new instant payments platform, which came out this year or last year, sorry, 2019. And hopefully this stuff is a little bit informative. As we saw, Ripple is a partner with Nacha, who handles all the ACH transactions. EquensWorldline's major shareholders, a couple of them have experimented with Ripple or are partners, integration partners with Ripple. It's just really interesting how all this stuff is going to kind of tie in together. I forgot to mention, I can't remember which bank it was. I think it was also ING. It's either ING or ABN AMRO that has an R3 partnership that lasts, I think it started last year or the year before, but it's a 5-year partnership. So I'm going to leave you guys with this, and my new mic came, so hopefully the next video, if there's any problems with sound, those will be non-existent. So have a good night.
Instant payments. What are they? Transfer money to another account within seconds, secure and fast, via your bank using your mobile or computer, just as easy as paying with cash. The amount is always credited within seconds, day and night, every day of the week. This is how it works. Money you transfer is credited within 5 seconds on the beneficiary's account. The beneficiary can use this money straight away, even if his account is with a different bank. The bank systems check whether the payment is secure and whether you have sufficient funds, and this at incredible speed. If this is the case, the payment is approved and the amount is transferred immediately. You can check in real time on your smartphone or desktop screen whether the payment was successful. Pay on delivery at your front door? No problem. The payment is instantly credited on the deliverer's account. Buy a second-hand bike during the weekend? Make the payment on the spot, and within 5 seconds you can cycle away on your new bike. In the future, there will be new possibilities. Does your employer always transfer your paycheck on the 24th of every month? Whether Sunday or holiday, the amount will always be in your account on exactly the 24th. Instant payments are also available in the rest of Europe, to and from more and more countries. Instant payments. Paying within 5 seconds. Easy and secure. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Throughout the year. Also at night and on public holidays. Instant payments. Provided by your bank.